I've known Keith for 10 years now. Keith is a dedicated dad, and he approached his coaching in the same way. I met Keith in our neighborhood at Lakes of Laguna in West Palm Beach. He would always be there. He was always reliable. When I needed him to be there to help run practice, he would always be there to lend a helping hand.
Officer Gorski worked most of his career at West Palm Beach Police Department of Patrol, and recently he took a job on a police motorcycle. Officer Gorski is one of the hardest working police officers in the agency. He's shown that work ethic out there on the streets, enforcing traffic 8 hours a day.
I very much enjoyed being on the motorcycle because I enjoyed the camaraderie, and we would pretty much go to breakfast together, and then we'd go to lunch together, and in between we'd do whatever we needed to do.
Officer down, officer down. Congress and Embassy Way. Congress and Embassy Way. South of 4th and 5th Street.
I was out on Congress and I was monitoring traffic, and a car came speeding by me at some point, and I supposedly tried to get behind it.
As Officer Gorski came upon this intersection, a vehicle pulled out and stopped in the middle of the road trying to make a left-hand turn.
And I wasn't able to get out of her way, and I actually ran into the front of her car.
He immediately left the motorcycle and continued about 90 to 100 feet down the roadway and wound up staying in the middle of the road laying flat on his back. When the medics arrived, they tended to Officer Gorski and they got him in the ambulance as fast as they could to rush him to St. Mary's Trauma Unit.
Officer Gorski was on his way here to St. Mary's. The ground crew had alerted us his injuries. We were ready in the trauma room with a neurosurgeon, orthopedics, trauma surgeon of course, and a full staff ready to take care of Keith as soon as he was here.
We stabilized him here in the trauma bay when they first present to us. Once we stabilize him and we show that his vital signs are stable, then we move him to the X-ray department and we evaluate the brain with a CAT scan. And then from there, he went straight to the intensive care unit.
Keith was here about a month. He spent 2 weeks in our ICU. He followed up in the step-down ICU and recovered quite well, quite quickly, and went off to Shepherd from our step-down unit.
I heard about the Shepherd Center, that they specialized in brain injury, and I went ahead and researched and thought it would be a great fit for my husband.
Mr. Gorski's main issue when he first came here was trouble with confusion, because he was still in what we call post-traumatic amnesia, where he wasn't quite able to put together the pieces of where he was and what had happened to him. In addition to that, he was also having a lot of pain, and you can imagine how difficult that would be to be confused but still be having pain and being in all these braces and requiring all the nursing care that you receive when you're in the hospital.
Keith arrived December 21st, and at that point he was very confused. This was his first rehab. He was very dependent for all physical activities to include self-care, feeding himself, memory, cognition, communication. He needed total assist when he got here. During Keith's stay, he made great gains. We call him a rock star. He came from totally dependent stage in all aspects, cognitively, physically, to pretty much supervision. He is able to do all his self-grooming, all his cognitive aspects such as communication, expression, memory, problem solving, with very, very little assist at this point.
Keith has a strong will about him, so when he puts his mind to something, he focuses on it and goes for it. And Shepherd Center put him on a strict regimen schedule of aggressive therapy, and he stayed with it and got great results out of it.
The way Shepherd Center does its rehabilitation is different than most places. They are definitely one of the best places as far as rehab for people that have had some injuries kind of similar to mine or worse. And lucky for me, I got to go there and experience it firsthand.
It was good for me to see Keith's therapist really push him in his therapy and give him the support that he needed to get through the day. I got to practice Keith's daily living skills here at the Shepherd Center. They took us out into the community, showed us how to properly use the wheelchair up and down curbs, just safety awareness, you know, watch out for cars, how to appropriately stand with Keith on the corner. We also got to practice how to transfer Keith in and out of the car with the wheelchair, and it was amazing how quickly I was able to pick up on all the certain techniques to help out and make the situation a lot easier. Family training was a good way for me to learn about Keith's needs when he arrives back home.
I feel very fortunate that Keith had the opportunity to go to the Shepherd Center for his rehabilitation. He's made tremendous progress. I completely feel that had he not gone there, I don't know if he would be where he is right now.
Keith was released from the Shepherd Center and returned back to West Palm Beach. He was greeted by several members of our police department and all his motorcycle team. They responded to the airport and were allowed actually on the tarmac to see Keith come off the plane and welcome him home.
After he had finished up his rehab there, he came over here to St. Mary's and followed up in our outpatient therapy program.
My therapy, I go 3 days a week. I'll see my physical therapist first, where he'll do a bunch of stretching. My second therapist is what they call the occupational therapist, where they'll go and they'll work my elbow, my shoulders. They also have me seeing a speech therapist to try and make sure that's all good. So I'll see each of them for roughly 45 minutes. Then I'm done for the day.
You know, the community in our area has definitely been very supportive of Keith. Everyone's stepped up to help, has offered help, put together fundraisers, offered, to do anything.
My name's Mark Bonet. I worked for the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, and back in April 21st, 1986, I was shot 5 times. As a result of my shooting, we formed the Law Enforcement Assistance Foundation, which helps injured law enforcement officers, families of officers killed in the line of duty. Due to the severity of his injury, we knew he was going to be out of work for a long time. So what we decided to do was have a special fundraising event for him.
The benefit for Keith today was quite emotional, watching everyone come out and the police family and watching all the kids play and the bands playing was just very touching to see everyone come together and support Keith.
We are so grateful for all the support that we have, not just from the bikers, but the bars and the bands and everyone that volunteered their time and their efforts to help us raise some money for Officer Keith Gorski.
It is very nice having Keith back home. Day by day, he's playing with the boys more, learning how to use the left arm and outside playing football and getting back into baseball and hopefully looking forward to him coaching again, possibly this fall.
It's one of my favorite things to do, is play baseball and to coach baseball with the boys. And I get out there and I practice with them a couple nights a week, and then we have games a couple nights a week. It's a lot of fun for everybody.